So I thought it'd be easier if I just do a video about this. So first we're going to go over the normal feedback inhibition. So first it starts off with hypothalamus releasing TRH. TRH will then stimulate the anterior pituitary to release two hormones. It'll be stimulating the anterior pituitary to release prolactin and TSH. And then this TSH will go on to stimulate the thyroid follicular cells to release T3 and T4. And this T3 and T4, once it reaches adequate levels, will be able to inhibit the production of both TRH and TSH. It will inhibit it because it's saying, the body is saying, I have enough T3, T4. I don't need to make any more. At the same time, T3 and T4 will stimulate the bone marrow to start doing erythropoiesis. And then at the same time, dopamine will inhibit prolactin when dopamine is released. So that is normal thyroid feedback. Now we're going to talk about Hashimoto'S, which is the hypothyroidism that our patient has. And that hypothyroidism, we said, was primary hypothyroidism, which means that there's a problem with the thyroid itself. Whatever the problem is with the thyroid, it's causing the production, or not enough production, of T3 and T4. So I'm going to draw a big down arrow here to show that T3 and T4 are just really, really reduced. And because they're really, really reduced, this negative feedback of the TRH and TSH won't happen. Your body will actually be thinking it's not making enough. So it's going to start releasing more TRH and TSH because this feedback does not exist. And I'm just drawing that with the dashed lines, showing that it's kind of messed up. And instead of inhibiting TRH and TSH productions, this will cause both of them to be increased. So there's so much now TRH, I'm going to put up arrows, and so much TSH being produced. Now we said TRH because it's being produced much higher, and TSH as well, but mostly TRH. It will also produce prolactin or stimulate prolactin production and release. So this is actually amplified as well because there's a lot of TRH. So prolactin is also super high, which is what we saw in our patient. And then going to bone marrow and erythropoiesis, because there's not enough T3 and T4 to stimulate the bone marrow, this will be messed up. And won't be able to stimulate it. So this will be a negative, and causing the reticulocyte count to be low because of that lack of stimulation. So again, Hashimoto's starts in the thyroid. This causes not enough T3 and T4, which tells the body that it needs to make more, so it starts releasing TRH and TSH. TRH will also cause a lot of prolactin to be released because there's an excess of it. And then lastly, T3 and T4 are not enough to stimulate the bone marrow. So our production of reticulocytes decreases. And that's Hashimoto's.